Hello, everybody, and Shabbat Shalom. David Sperber, I don't know how to use Zoom, but you are like large on my screen, and I'm so happy to see you. And lots of other people who are in little boxes. I don't know what made you in a big box, but I can't put you there and I can't unput you there. So I'm thrilled to see you. And we're lucky that I can just get myself onto Zoom. As people are continuing to join us, I'm really just wanting to invite everyone to take a deep breath and let this week of huge anxiety and excitement and thinking about the future of our country sort of leave us as we welcome the angels of Shalom, the angels of Shabbat, the angels of community to come and join us. I'm Rabbi Jessica Graf, and together with Cantor Toby Glaser, Rabbi Abby Phelps, and our amazing musical guest, I welcome you to Congregation Shereth Israel virtually. So tonight we are really thrilled to have Elana Arian with us. She is on the cutting edge of Jewish music, musician of many talents, many interests, many instruments, also many interests, singer, songwriter, and our prayer leader for tonight. And we're just delighted to have you, Elana, with us here in San Francisco. Thanks for teleporting to be with us. So let's begin with Hine Matov, and people can hear your music and your soul, and we look forward to singing with you.
Thank you so much, Rabbi, and Shabbat Shalom to all of you. I am coming to you from my dining room in Brooklyn, New York. It is 9:05 p.m., and I'm thrilled to get to do Shabbat again with the good people of Shereth Israel. We'll begin with words of Hine Matov from our Psalms, how good it is to be together. Even when we're together like this, we know that we are together. Sing with me. Here we go. Hine Matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Sing Hine Matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. After me, how good it is, how sweet it is, yeah, to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Sing Hine Matov, Hine Matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Sing Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum, Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum, Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum, Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine Matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad.
I talked to several of you during this week and heard so much anxiety. Nancy Sheftel-Gomes asked which anxiety in the chat. Whichever anxiety you're feeling. That's what I heard about this week. And I think hearing music like that, how good it is for us to be together and have the opportunity to just take this time out of our regular outside lives to create a new space for Shabbat is such a great privilege. So I want to introduce Christina Jefferson, who is on our board of trustees and the director of our membership committee. And even though I can see David Sperber, I can't see Christina, but I'm sure she's here somewhere.
I'm here.
Awesome. Hi, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited to be here to introduce you all. What a beautiful way to just start Shabbat. So, I can't say enough. And, I hope that everyone also takes this moment to think about making sure that you go out and vote. It's such a privilege. And so I hope that if you haven't already voted, please make sure you go out there and vote. And thank you so much for allowing me to introduce you to Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
But Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Really great to see you all there. Wonderful to have Elana. She was a professor of mine. She's a friend of mine, colleague, and it's great to have her digitally on the West Coast with us. We would like to welcome now Harrison Maring and his parents, Karen and Harry, to light Shabbat candles for us. Would you like to say a little something? How was your Shabbat or welcoming Shabbat? Anything you'd like to say to our community?
Oh, are we in? Okay. Hi everybody. Shabbat Shalom. I'm Harrison, and these are my people. How are you doing? Hopefully good. So yeah, you can light the candles, or
do you want to do the prayer?
Sure.
You want me to do it?
You have the same matches at home that we have at the synagogue. Nobody can ever like that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh wait. Okay. No. Wait. Hold on.
Go ahead.
No, it doesn't start.
Hold on.
You can go ahead and light first and then get into the blessing. You're doing great.
You ready?
Remember how
You just did
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Beautiful singing and beautiful lighting. So nice to join us for Shabbat, Harrison. Harrison, I asked him on Wednesday after he sang this blessing so beautifully, and he got back to me on Thursday saying he would love to chant. So we're thrilled to have him here chanting with us. Next, we'd like to welcome the Shabbat Bride. We've been doing this setting of Lecha Dodi by Elana, and so I don't think it needs any further introduction. She'll bring us in.
Sing with me. Lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad ki hishmianu el hamyuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad Hashem hu tiferet v'litzila.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki hi makor haberacha מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה.
לך דדי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דדי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה.
לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי כלה.
לך דדי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דדי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דדי, לך דדי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דדי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. We continue with our call to prayer, with the Baruch Hu prayer. Just wanted to say what a delight it is to sing a duet from the other coast, and what a miracle this technology is. Even though it's not as good as being in person, I really feel the warmth coming off of all of you, and I really love seeing you sing. So thank you for having me. We have two places in our liturgy, many more actually, but many places in our liturgy that speak of the great love, the love of the entire world, Ahavat Olam, that we are wrapped in by God, or Ahava Rabbah, the great big love that we are wrapped in. And I think in this week particularly, and in this time particularly, where we can't exactly wrap everyone that we want to, all of our loved ones, tight in our arms necessarily, I invite us to try to feel that embracing love, Ahavat Olam, the great big love that we are all a part of, even when we can't embrace one another. אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Emet. We're taught that we have in Judaism just 3 types of prayers. We have please prayers. Please help my loved one to be healthy. Please let me get that new job. Please keep us safe through another night. And we have thank you prayers. Thank you for this family. Thank you for this life. Thank you for a beautiful day and for the sun and for the night and for a million other things. And the third category of prayer that we have is the wow prayer. And Michamocha is the wow prayer that we hear the most often in our liturgy, in almost every service. And I think there's a wisdom to that, knowing that we are in need of a constant reminder of the miracles that surround us. It's very hard to see sometimes the miracles that we have today. I have never seen the sea split myself. I don't know if any of you have, but I think that one is pretty obvious. But the miraculous ways in which people are finding to stay strong and connected and resilient through this time, the way that people are, the miraculous way that people are finding to help each other, help one another out from very far distances, and all of the miracles of this technology that I talked about. There are wows all around us, and I think this prayer of Michamocha is included to keep that in the front of our minds, even when we feel like maybe miracles don't exist like that anymore. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Try with me, just yalla. Here we go. Yalla la la yalla la 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 yalla la 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 yalla la 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 yalla la la yalla la la yalla la la. Hold it really long. Yalla la 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 la. Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai micha mocha le'edar b'kodesh norati hilot osefele norati hilot osefele yalla yalla la la yalla la 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 yalla la 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 yalla la 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 yalla la la yalla la 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 yalla la 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 yalla la la la. Sing, who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you?
We come now to our Hashkivenu prayer, and when thinking about a setting, there was really only one setting in this particular week of anxiety for some, and anxiety for a lot of people. But I think this beautiful setting of Hashkivenu by Noah Aronson and Cantor Jody Safran, with the text, "Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms." This idea of the Sukkot Shalom, the kind of shelter of peace, and this love and this friendship among us, among our community, sheltering us from all this craziness out there, really spoke to me. So please enjoy this semi-duet, "Let There Be Love."
Understanding among us, let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love, let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship, let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Shalom. One more time, Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom.
Le'ha'amidenu, Shomreinu l'chaim, Ufros aleinu, Sukat shlomecha. Le'ha'amidenu, Shomreinu l'chaim, Ufros aleinu, Sukat shlomecha.
Let there Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Come now to our standing prayer, Adonai Sabbatai. So please raise your intentions or feel free to stand as we welcome our standing prayer, our Amidah, fixed prayer for the evening. Adonai Sefatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, ve'Konei Hakol, ve'Zocher Chaste Avot ve'Imaot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. We take a little time for silent reflection.
עושה שלום ברמה, הוא יעשה שלום, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, יעשה שלום עלינו, עושה שלום במרמה, הוא יעשה שלום, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ועל כל ועל כל ישראל ועל כל ועל כל ועל כל יושבי תבל ויאמרו אמן ויאמרו אמן ויאמרו amen. We ask for peace on earth and we say amen. ויאמרו אמן ויאמרו אמן ויאמרו amen. We raise our voice as one and we say amen. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Your rabbis and Cantor have asked me to share a few words and a few pieces of music for this moment. And as I'm sitting here, I'm realizing I have a very different idea of what I want to do. I had planned something that was kind of meditative to help us kind of settle it down a little bit. I felt like that's what I needed. But as I'm sitting here with all of you in this moment, I'm feeling like we need some power, sense of our power. And maybe next week we'll need something else, but right now I think that's the direction I'm going to lean in. So I hope that you'll come with me as we make a different plan. We're taught by Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav, was a Hasidic teacher. Kol ha'olam kulo gesher tsar me'od. The whole entire world is a narrow bridge. V'ha'ikar lo lefached klal. And the most important thing is not to be afraid at all. I'm going to say it again. The whole world is a very narrow bridge, and the most important thing is not to be afraid at all. I don't understand that. I never have. There are some settings of this text that I love, that I grew up with at summer camp, and we used to really rock out to during song session. And so I've thought about it because I find myself singing it, and it just never made sense to me, sort of acknowledging how frightening the world is, and then the advice is like, just don't be afraid. Like even before all this craziness, I've been afraid. I have 2 young kids. I have a baby who's sleeping right behind this wall, even though I'm singing very loud because she's a New York City baby, and a 7-year-old who's in the back of the apartment. And I worry for them. I worry for our planet. I worry for our country. I worry for. I don't have to give you a list. You have your own list. There's plenty to be afraid about. And yet, this is a teaching that Judaism holds up. The whole entire world is a very narrow bridge. Just make sure you're not afraid at all. And so as I've thought about this setting and this text, and actually wrote a setting to go with it, I sort of add a little asterisk that I'd like to invite to share with you as a little teaching to carry with you in your pocket as we go through these next weeks together. The whole world is a very narrow bridge. Be afraid. Just don't let the fear be the end, right? We know that being afraid can be part of the process, but we have to push ourselves through. The fear can't be the end point. We push through to what's on the other side of that, all the power, all the strength, all of the goodness the change that we can make when we let ourselves push through that fear to the other side. So this is my setting of that text from Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav, Kol ha'olam kulo gesher tsar me'od. The most important thing is on the other side. The most important thing is on the other side. The most important thing is on the other side of fear. Kol ha'olam kulo, kol ha'olam kulo. Gesher tsar me'od. Kol ha'olam kulo, kol ha'olam kulo. Gesher tsar me'od. Ve'ha'ikar. most important thing is on the other side. The most important thing is on the other side. The most important thing is on the other side of fear. Ko ha'olam kulo, ko ha'olam kulo, gesher tsar me'od. Some beautiful and serious commentary going on in the chat, in case you haven't been looking at it. I'm learning things. I'm trying not to read it while I'm singing, and yet it's very interesting. So so be less interesting, Eric, please. The other side of this coin, that's the strength, I think, that we need for this week, and the fortitude. The other side of the coin is the deep belief, and this is really Jewish, I have to say, that we have the power to make change, the power to help heal a broken world, to help fill in the cracks, to use our voices in a way that can repair the world. You know, tikkun olam, that phrase that we hear all over, all the time, over and over, so central to many of our expression of Judaism, is this foundational idea. We wouldn't think of tikkun olam if we didn't believe that each one of us couldn't somehow, with our own voices and our own actions, have a hand in making the world more whole. And I'm sure that you've been taught before and you've heard before that the word shalom for peace has the same root as the word shalem, whole. And so that we do this work together in holy community, not just to make things peaceful, but to make things whole. And sometimes that doesn't feel so peaceful when we help to make things whole and just. I want to share with you one more piece in this vein before we move back to concluding prayers in the service. This is a piece that I wrote 2 summers ago. Initially, I wrote it for a group of teenagers. I was working as a faculty member at a camp that I had a lifelong connection to, the URJ Kutz Camp, which was a special reform sleepaway camp that was only for teenagers. They called it a leadership institute. And these are the type of kids that would choose, of all the options every summer, to come to this camp to learn how to organize and learn how to advocate and lobby and learn how to, care for kids with special needs and lead songs and prayers and read from the Torah. Is a very specific and rare type of kid. And that summer, 2 summers ago, was actually their last summer, which was a very sad thing for many of us who love that camp. And so I had the privilege of being there with this last group of teens, and I was just completely blown away by this group of young leaders and how committed and aware and just how much better teenagers they were than I was as a teenager in terms of their commitment to what was going on in the world and their eyes being open and their desire to make change. And so I wrote the song initially for them, and then and we sang it in the summer, and it was really fun. And then I've had this kind of wild and fun experience that doesn't happen very often for a songwriter, which is that this song has kind of had its own life without me singing it. And I get to get these videos a couple times a week of very young kids or, very older people and people everywhere in between singing this song, outside of their city hall and lobbying Congress and in peaceful protests all around the country. And I offer it to you as a blessing and a reminder that our voices are powerful and that they matter, and that this week is a time that we really think about it, but actually it's true every day and every week, and it will be true in 3 weeks and a month, no matter what is going to happen here. So I have a voice, and it has a part for you. It's a call and response. So I'll sing, and then you'll sing after me. Open my eyes, I will not look away, can change the world. I have a voice. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice is powerful. Change the world. My voice can change the world. Change the world. There's a moment of blessing in this song. I meant to say it before I started. The text is taken from our daily blessings, Nisim Bechol Yom, and it's the blessing that thanks God for making us B'Tselem Elohim, in God's image. And to me, I think using this blessing in this moment is a reminder, maybe our voices are that really the most divine spark that we have inside of us, to use to stand up for people who don't have their voices heard and to help create the world that we wish to see for our kids. Like this. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech haolam she'asanu B'Tselem Elohim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech haolam she'asanu B'Tselem Elohim. I have a voice. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. Here we go. I will fight for the truth. I will fight for the truth. I'll stand up for what's right. I'll stand up for the truth. I will use this strength I've been given and be alive. I have a voice. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. Shabbat Shalom. May we remember the strength inside each of us and use our voices for good this week. And also just another thank you, particularly to your cantor, who I'm sure you figured out is quite wonderful, and you're very lucky to have. And I've never had someone say that I was their professor before, but that is true. Your cantor was my student, and he was a very good student, no offense. And I'm thrilled that he asked me, and I'm excited to be with you in person one day soon, please God.
Yes, can you
Shabbat
hear us
shalom.
soon?
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much, Elana, for sharing your music and your words and your spirit with us. We're going to take a little bit of that spirit with us into the next part of our service. We have the opportunity now to pray for healing of all those in our community who are in need of healing, whether of body or mind or spirit. We think particularly this evening of Shoshana Chana Asher, Dr. Elliot Eisenberg, William Kurian, and Carolyn Stellman. And to those names, we add all the names that you are adding in the chat and all the names that you hold in your heart. And we join together in singing Mishaberach.
Of strength
מי שברך אמותינו מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Of course, we know Shabbat is a time for rejoicing, for enjoying the world around us and appreciating our lives. So I know there are many people with simchas in the congregation. I know this every week because I have gotten into a practice now every week of looking at who's having a birthday and who's having an anniversary. And by the way, if you're ever having a simcha coming up and you are excited to participate in the community because of that simcha, let me know. We'll be happy to have you participate in the service. But in honor of all of those simchas, and please feel free to tell us about them in the chat. Ooh, Augie's 90th birthday was yesterday. Holy cow, happy birthday, Augie. So feel free to keep telling us about your simchas. And in honor of all of them, we're going to join together in a Shehechianu.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Amen.
Amen. And we are reintroducing some of our traditional prayers into our service. This evening, you may have noticed a few, and we are going to go now into our concluding prayers, beginning with Aleinu. So please join us in taking on that sacred work we remind ourselves of in Aleinu of healing the world.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
We now take a few minutes to remember those whom we have loved and lost, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and every nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. We remember this evening in particular for Shloshim, for the first 30 days of mourning, Laura Amster, Yvette Bolafi, Marion Goldine, Moshe Lieb King, and Lenore Levin. The perpetual memorials in our community are Judith M. Escalante Melvin and Art Rosenberg. We also observed the following yahrzeits, the anniversaries of death. On this Shabbat, we remember Dave Axe, Suzanne Burwasser, Eva Dubbs, Merle L. Eaton, Dr. Yanku Feldstein, William Harmon, Lawrence A. Harris, Leonid Kigel, Bernard Lemberg, Frida Ottner, Michael Scheuchet, and Anita Silverstein. And to those names, we add all those names that you are adding in the chat. and that you hold in your hearts this evening as we join together for the words of the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, bi'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach leolam u'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei d'kudsha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shmaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the one who creates peace on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world. And together we say, Amen. Before we conclude our service with Kiddush and Motzi and song, we have a moment now to share any announcements. So wonderful Executive Director Gordon Gladstone, do you have any announcements to share?
Indeed, I do. I want to draw people's attention to two programs that we have just scheduled. One is this November 4th with State Senator Scott Wiener, who will be talking to us, really looking at all of the various props that were at that point will have been on the ballot, and what that means for both the state and perhaps the federal landscape going forward. Also on November 16th, which is a Monday, not our normal Wednesday, but a Monday, we will have Dr. Jeremy Rassin, who will be in conversation with one Dr. Jonathan Graf, who I think you all know, talking about vaccines and what's on the horizon and when can we get out of the house. So we look forward to seeing both of you. The one thing I do want to point out about the Scott Wiener event is you will need to register in advance. So the link that you will see in the emails will lead you to a registration page. Please do that. Senator Wiener was threatened recently by some of the QAnon folks, and they've asked us to set up advanced registration. So we look forward to seeing you all there. I think both of these will be edifying moments, and thank you.
Thank you. Rabbi Graf, Cantor Glaser, anything else you want to announce?
I'll just add to those two things that I'm really excited about, that Elana Arian will be back with Congregation Shereth Israel on Friday night, November 27th. And I've gotten a few questions here in the chat about when we can invite you back. We've already done that. So please save the date. We're delighted that you'll be with us again soon.
So excited to be with you again. Thank you.
Very exciting. We are going to close our services now with Lechi Lach. Sorry, I didn't want to cut Rabbi Graf off. Did you? Did you have something else? Oh no, excellent. We're going to finish with Lechi Lach. Our parsha this week is Lech Lecha, and earlier we sang a Mishaberach, and I'm sure some of you clocked it that the first time in the first verse we Mishaberach Avotenu on behalf of our paternal ancestors, and the second verse is Mishaberach the Imotenu on behalf of our maternal ancestors, and Debbie Friedman, the composer, is really creating midrash with this process. She's creating interpretation of text, which is beautiful. And we have the same thing with this setting of Lechi Lach, which is the feminine imperative form from which we derive Lechi Lach, same as Lech Lecha. So she's taken this beautiful language about Abraham and applied it to in a feminine voice. And I think it's a very powerful message, reinterpreting hope for the future and reinterpreting a message of equality for a new day. So let's take that forward with Lechi Lach.
Lechi Lach, to a land that I will show you. Lech Lecha, to a place you do not know. Lechi Lach. shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechila.
And I shall make your name great. Lech lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lechilach, to a place that I will show you. L'simchat chayim, l'simchat chayim, l'simchat chayim, lechila.
And you shall be a blessing.
Be a blessing.
You shall be a blessing.
Shabbat Shalom. Wonderful to be with you. May it be a great week.
Shabbat, well, have a wonderful week. Shabbat Shalom. So wonderful to have Elana here. Really, really can't thank her enough. The energy she brings and the spirit, this amazing ruach, this amazing soul who just joined us and uplifts the entire community. So thank you so much to Elana, and thank you so much to our community for uplifting yourselves.
Shabbat Shalom. I can't wait to all be together in the same place.